Good morning. It's Saturday, December 2nd, 2011. This is episode 5 of CombatCounselor Q&A. You have your hat on? I got my hat on. This is the one I wore in Saudi Arabia during Operation Enduring Freedom. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Welcome to episode 5. I'm Chris Sorrentino, also known as CombatCounselor, and our first question comes from Nick in Dillon, Colorado. Nick asks, you talk about mindfulness quite a bit on your blog and on Twitter. What exactly is mindfulness? To be mindful is to focus on the present moment, and it's something that takes practice. A lot of practice if you want to be good at it. So I recommend to my clients that at least once a day, preferably twice a day, they take 10 to 15 minutes, even a half an hour if possible. Find a quiet place, maybe in their home or somewhere else, but a quiet place where they will not be disturbed for the next 10 to 15 minutes. To get into a comfortable position, could be seated in a chair or on the ground, either with your legs crossed or in a lotus or half lotus position. You can even lie down. I don't recommend lying down because if you lie down, the tendency is to fall asleep, and that's not the goal. Relaxation can be a byproduct of mindfulness, but relaxation is not the goal. The goal of mindfulness is to focus on the present moment and what's going on in that moment, whether it be your thoughts, your sensations, your memories, your emotions, or the task at hand, what's going on in the environment. And to have that ability, to be able to call out that ability at any given time through this practice is an ability that every person should have. This ability only comes with practice. In the beginning, you may only be able to stay mindful in the present moment for just a few seconds before some thought distraction and takes you off on a tangent. As you practice more and more and become more adept at mindfulness, the stretches of time where you'll be able to focus on the present moment become longer and longer. There are times when it's important to think about what's happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. We've never learned anything from our mistakes if we didn't think about the past. We would have no goals if we didn't think about the future. But a lot of times we get stuck ruminating about the past or worrying about the future, and it's during those times when it's helpful to have this skill to bring the present moment into focus through mindfulness. So like I said, find a quiet place, a comfortable place, sitting, if you're sitting in a chair, sitting with your back straight, not sitting up against the back of the chair. You want your spine in alignment, your head in alignment with your spine. And then we start the practice. In the beginning, closing our eyes, focusing only on the breath. And if you want to experience my mindfulness exercises, you can go to kccbt.com/CombatCounselor, and I've got some mindfulness exercises there. And you can use these exercises to help you practice. But as I was saying, you find a quiet, comfortable place, find a chair or sit on the floor, and you begin by focusing on your breath, noticing the coolness of the air coming in through your nose and the warmth as it comes out over your lips. Abdominal breathing is what we want to focus. The breathing should be slow and deep enough where the abdomen rises and falls, not
Short and shallow where just the chest is involved.
And you should have approximately 5 to 6 breaths per minute. So inhale on the count of 4, hold it for 2 seconds, and then exhale at the count of 4. So that makes about 6 breaths per minute. That's slow, relaxed breathing. Occasionally a thought will enter your mind, because that's what minds do. They create thoughts, and sometimes we get absorbed in those thoughts and we can go off on tangents. But as soon as you know that you've had a thought in your mind, the goal is to non-judgmentally accept that thought. Don't make it either good or bad. Just accept it. And you can even label it if you want. And then just let it go and bring your focus, your attention back to your breathing. And as you do this over and over again, you'll get better at focusing on the present moment, and those thoughts will become fewer and fewer. As I said, the goal of mindfulness is to focus on the present moment in a non-judgmental, accepting, curious way. The goal is not relaxation. But relaxation can be a byproduct of mindfulness. Mindfulness sets the tone for the rest of body-mind behavior therapy, and so it's critical to start early. I encourage my clients to do so, and to continue doing that throughout therapy and hopefully for the rest of their lives, because I believe that if you try it for a while, you'll get hooked like I have, and it's something that you won't want to stop doing. So, Nick, thank you for your question on mindfulness. I hope I answered your question, and I hope I'll see you next week, next Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time for episode 6 of Combat Counselor Q&A. I'm Chris Sorrentino. Have a great week. Thank you.